Hey everybody, this is Alex Walsh making a double album, and I have made a template for composing on my Luna DAW that I want to show you real quick. All right, here's my full template, and then I'll zoom in and talk about it. So I just made it smaller, so we're just showing the drums area. So for composing, I'm just gonna stick with a simple kick, snare, and hi-hat. And I have a drum instrument on those. I know I can do it all in one track, but drums are not my forte. So to just do it all separately is easy. That's what I'm gonna do for now. The next thing is bass. So I have the bass, see the bass, and then the bass is being, the output of the bass goes to the bass amp, which I have a bass plugin on a bus, and then the bus gets fed to the main. And I also have reverb, which I can put on it if I want. Same thing with the electric guitar. I got an electric guitar strip there, and that's being sent to the electric guitar amp, which I'm using the UAD Lion for my amp for this. And that is also, can put some reverb on it, and it goes to the main. And that's what that is. So why do I have the amp plugins on a bus instead of on the channel? And that's because if I'm composing and I want to do different takes of the electric guitar, I can just add another track, duplicate it, and I'll get another track, and it'll have the same settings, and it goes to the same amp plugin. So then I don't have to keep adding amp plugins for each new track that I make as I'm messing around with the electric guitar. And so that saves some CPU time. You're not using all the CPU to have these amp plugins. So I know there's other ways you could do it where you can have different takes and they go in a take folder and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just keeping it real simple. Just trying to keep it real simple. The next thing is acoustic guitar. And that is a stereo mic. And I've only got reverb we can add onto it. And that again goes to the main. And that's cool. The keyboard and the strings, and those I have the UAD, what instrument do I have? The UAD Shape plugin, which has both of those as a choice on there. So that makes it very easy. The Shape plugin is very fast to load in, so I like it. Yeah. And the last thing is vocal. So I have a vocal channel and a backup vocal channel, and those are both being sent to vocal processing, which I have the UAD Topline vocal processing plugin on there. And also I can add some reverb if I want, the long reverb, and then that goes to the main. And the cool thing about this stuff is you get an idea, you can just quickly add it. So I just added a separate vocal processing bus for the backup vocals, so that now it has its separate processing thing. I noticed, oh, that would be hectic to have all those vocals go in one place. So separating the two, that makes it easy. So for me, the reason why I have it set up like this is so I can easily just pull up a new session, load in the template. I don't have to make any decisions about which amp plugin I'm going to use, what sounds I'm going to have. The mics are already set, the inputs are already set. I don't have to set up any channels. That's the ease of use that I'm trying to go for. And I like the API emulation because it's like a live soundboard. And I've been doing a lot of live sound lately. And in that setup that I've been using, it's very limited, which is very, very nice. All it has is the channels like EQ and panning and level. and a little reverb. And so that limitation, I've learned a lot about those basic elements, which I don't need much for, doing these basic demos. And it's easy for me to get caught up in all the stuff. So to simplify and just get down to doing the business, the work is what I'm trying to set myself up for. So I can make another template that's more complicated. That's the beauty of all this stuff. And so that's what I've been up to.